Hey everyone, Joey Edwards here, the Blabby Daddy. I'm sure by now you all know about the Jeff Gordon-Brad Keselowski fight at Texas Motor Speedway. Post-race, everyone's taking sides. All the Gordon fans hate Brad K. All the Brad K fans hate Gordon. All the NASCAR haters hate both. They think it's a bunch of WWE, redneck trash. Then all the NASCAR fans who are indifferent to either one of these guys think that it's exciting, it's good for the sport. We like to see the passion and the fighting. Here's where I stand on all of those topics, if I can remember what I just said. In order. Or not order. Not in order. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I am a Gordon fan after all these years. I used to not like him. I'm not quite sure why I didn't like Jeff Gordon. I know that, hey, there's a guy that's my age that's still kicking ass. And yeah, he's still kicking ass. He still wins races. Championships in NASCAR were harder to earn back in Jeff Gordon's day. Everything's debatable. My opinion is that the straight-ahead point system of from race 1 to race 36, the guy who's the leader of points is the winner. The whole chase and the whole playoff system is just not, it's not good for the sport. And then it's proven itself in the last couple of weeks where there's so much pressure that people are freaking out and fighting. Brad K, I am not a fan of his. I don't know, there's just something about the guy. I can't stand him. Brad Keselowski, I don't like you. And I'm not going to apologize for it. I don't know you personally, so that's probably very rude to say. I feel this way about many drivers, and yeah, some of them are younger. Like I have issues with Kyle Busch. I say that I don't like Joey Logano sometimes, and he's never really done anything too terrible. Actually that's not true. I'm going to have to look this up. Is Joey Logano the one that basically broke Denny Hamlin's back last season? Slow internet. It says right here, Denny Hamlin suffers broken vertebrae in lower back from... Yeah, so there you go. Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin got into it. And Hamlin paid the price. Good guys always finish last, man. I mean, some of these guys... Brad, he's a complete prick. Okay, he is a complete and total prick. And after the fight, Brad was like, I just did what any driver would do. I just wanted to win. I saw a hole and I went for it. Like, whatever, dude. That you know that you made the wrong decision, but you have too much pride, too big of an ego, and you won't admit that you made a mistake. Apparently, the guy won't talk to anyone about his mistakes because he's such an entitled jerk. Keselowski's he's a total turd. Hopefully he won't be in NASCAR 5 years from now. Hopefully he won't be in NASCAR in the next couple of years. I mean, I would be happy if he wasn't in NASCAR next week. But that is, it sells tickets and it gets viewership. People want to tune in, to be like, because there's a lot of empty seats in Texas. The November race has notoriously been lower on attendance. Texas used to only have one race in the spring. The entire front stretch would be filled. The entire back stretch would be filled. Now this may be the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm talking here where there would be like 100 and 180,000 people out there. But now, Texas Motor Speedway changed the back stretch to have an RV deck. And the back stretch only had like, a couple hundred people from the RVs going down to some seats, whatever. And the front stretch only had like, 80,000, 85, 90,000 people? I mean, the attendance was terrible. And so that's why NASCAR likes stuff like this. So we're going to keep Brad around because everybody hates him and everyone needs a villain, right? Because the racing on the track sure isn't that exciting. But I love NASCAR. I used to love it more than I do now. It's like, when I first started NASCAR fandom, I was way down here. I was like, oh, it sucks. And growing up, oh, this really sucks. And then we got a track in Texas, and I went to my first race, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. And then we went for years and years and years. We got season tickets, and we went camping. And then we went to Talladega 2 years in a row. And then, all of a sudden, we had a kid. And NASCAR technology and the car of tomorrow and certain cars and competition and new drivers, and it peaked It peaked in about 05, 06, I'd say. Wait, when did the chase start? Okay, so the chase system started in 2004. When I say it peaked in 05, 06, maybe it started to valley then. The first chase champion was Kurt Busch. The second was Tony Stewart. And then the next 5 were Jimmy Johnson. Then Tony Stewart again. And then Brad Kay. And then Jimmy Johnson again. 6 out of 8? 5 in a row? Jimmy Johnson? That really killed my interest in NASCAR. But so the fight was exciting to me. I'm glad they fought. Although it was so predictable. Gordon pulls up, he gets out calmly, and then all the testosterone crew members gather around, and those guys are just waiting for it. Oh, I can't wait. You know, I got my fight boners ready. Gordon seemed to just be talking to Brad. Like, hey man, you're a dick, I hate you. And then Kevin Harvick comes out of nowhere and kind of just gooses Brad in the back. And then it started, because that's what they were waiting for. But apparently Harvick just walked up and was like keeping him there, kind of like, you know, you're hiding behind your team, which he was. You know, basically Harvick probably, don't be a pussy. And then it started. And it was exciting, you know, Jeff Gordon comes out with a busted lip, and Brad's got his blood all over his forehead and his face. And, you know, it was pretty brutal. That was probably one of the worst ones that I've seen in a while. But then the penalties come down, and then Brad, Harvick, Gordon get nothing. I guess the crew chiefs get some fines, but then a couple of random crew members get fined and suspended. So let's get this straight. Yeah, they were in the wrong for doing what they were doing, but it's instigated by the multi-millionaires, and then the freaking dudes that make like humble salaries, they get fined like ridiculous amounts of money and suspended for multiple races. I mean, you're telling me that the millionaires get off scot-free, but the dudes that make like $50,000, $60,000 a year, you know, maybe they make $100,000, okay? Maybe some of the guys made $100,000 a year, whatever. I don't know. I know what crew chiefs make, right? They make a lot of money too. You know, I know that Gordon or somebody, you know, Harvick, these guys are going to pay their guys, Hendrick Motorsports or whatever is going to probably pay the fine for these guys. At least I hope they do. But what a bunch of crap is, you know, that the wealthy dudes, the stars, get nothing, and then the grunts get the brunt. But yeah, man, I've been talking a lot about this subject. I just know that I don't like you, Brad. I just don't like you. And I never will. And there's millions more out there like me. Hundreds of millions, trillions, all China, the entire population of China, tenfold, hates you. That doesn't make any sense, and I don't care. You know, Brad, you're an idiot, and Jeff Gordon is highly respected, and Matt Kenseth attacked you in between two haulers a couple weeks ago, and everyone said that if Kenseth is pissed, then you know you're an idiot. Alright, so to sum it up, let's do this in closing. NASCAR is very boring. These WWF or WWE fights actually do spice it up a little bit. But if this is going to happen, and it's just a racing deal, and they're going to let the drivers duke it out, 2 things. Don't find the blue-collar tire changers and suspend them and ruin their entire year's salary. And also, you meathead crew members, don't be so excited to jump up there and just start having like your 1950s style rumble. The greasers and the socias. If you know what that's from, leave a comment. But yeah, Jeff Gordon, I love you, man. Brad Kay, no love for you. Kevin Harvick, you're a little troublemaker. That was awesome. And other than that, enjoy NASCAR. Don't be a fan of Brad Keselowski. And Blabby Daddy out.